Hello and welcome to the Flory Model Friday catch-up show. Here we are with you on the 7th of June 2024. Obviously yesterday we were celebrating the anniversary or the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. We had the live show to go along with it as well, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Anyway, this week been massively pushing on with the Apache. As a lot of you know, for that anniversary build I am building the Typhoon, so I needed to get this one done and dusted and out of the way before I started on the Typhoon. So literally been pushing on all the time trying to get the Apache done, and I'm happy to announce she is now complete. It's been a long old trek with this particular one, lots of weathering, lots of detail. I know the videos have gone on. It's going to be a 13-parter in total. It's a lot of information to take in, and again it's one of those ones where I've tried to break it up as much as possible and shown you every single step along the way to make it as easy to understand, just like that. Anyway, it all started on Monday where we had up part 11 on the Apache build. So we were working our way through on this one. We were getting like a flat coat down onto it and all the rest of it after the decals had gone down, give it something to grip to. Then we were detailing up the actual avionics base on both sides. So we've done that. We did the weapons as well, or some of the weapons. So we did the rocket pods and got those detailed up and everything. And then literally we are all set to go in with the next stage of the actual weathering. So into this one, we went dry brushing. We made a bit of a mix up of our own colours by mixing some oils together and then just liberally dry brushing everywhere. And as you can see, it really brings all of that riveting detail to life right the way through, and it just gives you another depth to your actual weathering on this one. Then we was going around and we started to fit, obviously, or get uncovered the engines and start to unmask it all the way through. So again, once we got it all unmasked and we were happy, we hadn't actually cracked the canopy, because I was slightly concerned we might have done that because there was a hell of a click when it dropped in. But no, we got away with that particular one. And again, it was one of those ones where a tiny little bit of overspray around in there. So we used a little cocktail stick, just cut it to a chisel, and we just scrape cleaned around the edges just to make those work. Even works that with lacquer-based paint, you can still do it. So with that done and unmasked, we could have a proper good look to see how we were getting. So as you can see, the dry brushing was really bringing everything to life and coming together very, very nicely. So it's time to make out a little bit of a wash. So 90% dust, 10% of the actual sand wash. This is the Flory Models wash. And then we just brushed it right the way over the entire model. So as you can see in there, it's clinging to those rivet heads down the bottom there and all the rest of it very, very nicely. And then just literally just putting it everywhere. And again, there's two ways to doing this. You can either just brush it on or you can water it down to make it thinner. So that's what we did. We made it a little bit thinner and then we just brushed it liberally around everywhere. It's not easy on this because it's covered in millions of rivets and those do like to foam up. But if you let them settle, it will settle down quite nicely right the way around it. So slapping that right the way over. And then once we're done, we just let that go off and dry. So anyway, you can find out all about that, members. That's part 11. That is up with you right now. All right. Then we had the Tuesday show. Obviously, me and Matt. Matt's back from his holidays. So I was basically going around talking about various things like doing oil washes and things like that. And that one, Matt was showing off on his latest one, which is the 32nd scale Hobby Boss Mark V Spitfire. So very nice on that one. And then obviously some of the other bits he's been working on as well on the Hampton. So this is the Fondair Miniatures Hampton kit. Obviously I am doing the other one, God help us. So we were talking about those and basically saying once you get it all cleaned up, it's not too bad. It's just quite a lot of cleanup to go with that particular one. As you can see, I was then tentatively looking at mine, as you can see, right the way through. So again, it's one of those ones where it's going to be a lot of fun. And to be honest with you, I have got some extra bits in there and stuff like that. But as you can see, the flash is quite extensive. Yes. Right the way through. But yeah, it's one of those ones. I think by the time we sort of, get it in there, and I do make one fuselage slightly longer because one fuselage is longer than the other, it should be absolutely fine. All right. So we'll get that one sorted and on the way. Anyway, we're discussing all new things. We're talking about the latest releases, what's coming down the line. Obviously, some of the stuff that's come out for the 80th anniversary of D-Day as well. Some nice ICM stuff. And we were talking about some kits which are truly, well, off the chart. We're talking museum kits, and it proves it with the price, because the price is around about £800. So, but yes, it's one of those ones. It's a huge, big kit, and yeah, very, very nice. So it's the HPH Ron Boss. So say it's the 138. So again, huge, huge kit with that particular one, and generally just answering your questions and various discussions going down in there, and some of the other releases and things like that as well. So if you want to catch up with that one, you can do. It's about 50 minutes long, so you can catch up with that. That is free to watch and available right now. Then we had the vlog with me on Wednesday. So this is the members vlog right the way through, and obviously we're discussing the Apache, getting the Apache all together, how that's coming along, and various things along like that. So say members, you can click on that and it'll take you off to the forum where you can watch that, no problem at all. Then last night we had the first of our series of live shows, as said, for the 80th anniversary of D-Day. So again, it's one of those ones we've all come together and then we are all building along together, which is quite nice. So we've got Matt doing his various bits and pieces. We've got various offers going on, which we'll talk about as well. But basically, it's all about building. So as you say, the guys are all building various things. Matt's building some Sherman tanks. John's doing a landing craft. I'm obviously doing the Typhoon. Nathan changed his mind. He's not doing a Spitfire now. He's doing a 109. And Andy's doing a Thunderbolt P47 as well. So if you want to join in with us as we're making our way with all these builds, you can too. They are a series of live builds that are going on. Obviously, at the same time, we will be answering your questions and various things along with that one as well. So these shows are going to run on Saturday from 100 hours, because we're going all military now. In the morning on Saturday, we're going to have a short break for lunch, and then we're back with you in the afternoon, and then we'll have a short break and we'll be back with you in the evening. So we're all day Saturday, and we're going to be with you Sunday morning as well. And hopefully we'll get a lot of the work done on these models, if not completed. Remember, you can join in as well, the members. Don't forget, if you pop into the forum and you go down, we've got an area all ready for you. So if you want to join in with one of the builds we've got down here, we've got 50 entries into this already. It's only going to be a week, so you've got until next Thursday to get these completed. All right, but say loads of builds going down in there at the moment. Say we've got, well, it's 51 builds in total. So if you want to get involved with those ones, you can do. Don't forget, if you're not a member, you can join us over on the old Instagram page. So you can post up down in here and you can put it in our little tag section as well. So just tag official Flory models as there, and it'll appear down here, and we'll show your great work on the shows as well. And it's a series of live shows that are going to be on all this week. All right, so very nice to see those ones. Then obviously it gets you bang up to date. This is part 12 of the Apache. All right, so again, with the wash dried onto the actual model, as you can see down in here, and it's looking nice and dusty. It's just way too dusty. So again, what we're going to do now is render this down. So by rendering it, basically mean water it down. And because it's already dried hard in place, we can actually manipulate it like you would in oil. So again, you can just go in there and just weather this right down. Some areas you might like and leave it, as I did. So down in here across the actual, the winglets on the side, that's pretty much how I want it to be. And again, some around the bolt heads is fine, but some of this other stuff's a little bit more. And you say, by rendering it down already, you can see you can start to wash it all away and bring it down exactly the same on the tail. So we go right the way through and wash it all back, and then it will dry back dry. Then we go in and do the dry brushing across the rotor head, get all of those done. And then we do some final bits of dry brushing right the way over it, just to bring some areas back to life. I did forget to put the walkways on for the winglets, so we ended up post-capenning those in place because it's the quickest and easiest way to do it. So we use those as well. And then it was time to come in with the oils again. So we're using oils neat, and we're using them as a thinned wash as well, right the way over it. And we were showing those go down. So we're making these stain marks and the blotchy bits and all the rest of it right the way over on this one as well, just to sort of break it down and again, give it another layer right the way through. And really that's what we're trying to do on this particular kit as we make our way through. So anyway, members, you can go off and you can see this one right now. It's part 12. And as you can see down below, here she is, all completed. It's a nightmare to hold it because you don't know where to grab it. But there we go. We have our Apache is all done. So we got the weathering very nicely on this. I can grab this round the other way. There we go. So again, you can see the weathering on the tail, looking very nice. And down in there, and again, I've got to do the final reveal photos, so hopefully over the weekend I'll get those done. And then the final part for members, this will be up with you on Monday. All right, so again, that will complete off this particular build, and we'll be starting on something very nice and exciting next week. But there we go, that's the Apache all done. I must admit, it's one of those ones where I've absolutely loved every minute of this particular build. I think I've just broke something off. All right, but again, it's one of those ones where the kit itself is great. It goes together no problem at all. There's zero fit issues that I've had with this particular kit. And then again, what happens is sort of build your confidence as you go along with it. And you're thinking, oh, this is good, this is great. Then we went into the painting and we did lots of different layers of painting. So it's got about 6 or 7 layers of different shades of paint going on this one right the way through until we got the final one here at the end. And I say, absolutely thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. So if you do fancy having a go at this kit, don't forget PM Models has got a thing up at the moment where you can get hold of this kit for just 50 quid as well, which I'll show you that one in a little bit. All right, so again, had a lot of fun. Highly recommend that kit. If you're sitting on the fence thinking, oh, do I need one? The main kit I can highly recommend, because the only fit issue I had was the glass that goes between the pilot and the gunner. Make sure that's pushed in properly. If not, you're going to have fit issues. So make sure that's down properly and you'll have zero fit issues with this particular kit. It's an absolute joy. All right. Anyway, various things going on as well. So don't forget, we have got the sale to sort of commemorate the 80th anniversary as well. It's a blanket sale. It's basically 25% off absolutely everything on the store. So if you want to grab any washes, thick or thin or anything else, we've got all our merch is on store as well on sale. And again, we've got your mugs, your various things as well. Tool trays I'm almost out of, but they are reordered, but they're about 8 weeks they take to come in. So we've only got 4 of those left. But what we have got now is the Kareem mug, or the actual Flory Models Europe mug is available. Obviously, the members had, all year to get it. We've got a few left over, so we'll move these on before the end of the year as well. So if you do fancy getting a very limited edition, and it is literally a limited edition to 350 of them, if you want to get any of those ones now, we've got the last of them available. All right, so it's the 2024 Flory Models mug. You might know we do one every year, as you can see all the different ones down in here from previous years. So if you want to get any of those ones, you can do right now. It's up on the site, and as I say, anyone can get those. Just click on the store and you'll go right there. PM Models got a massive sale going on at the moment, as you probably know. So again, we've got 25% off all Abtai Lung 502 oils. All right, we've got discounts to say off of the washes and filter sets from MIG. We've got obviously the AK Real Colour paints. We're just selling off the last of the old jar type before the new rack arrives, hopefully within a week or two. All right, with the new ones, so we're just getting rid of those. Don't forget, some of those colours are not available in the new series. So if you're on the fence about this and you want to just make sure you've got them, then probably worth getting them now. All right, then we've got the 2 sale areas which are going on. So we've got the vehicle sale area. Some really nice discounts down in there, as you can see. And then last up, we've got the full specials area, which has got some fantastic stuff down in here. As you said before, we've got some lovely stuff. Got the Great Wall Hobbies. And again, there you go. Normally, basically, it's 100 quid. We've got it up there for 65 quid. Very nice. And again, the Lightning's normally 120. We've got it up there for 84. The Apache's a brilliant discount on that one. It's normally 85 quid. We've got it up there for 50 quid. So if you want to grab those ones, do. And then again, down in here, we've got some great stuff commemorating, obviously, the D-Day landings with a lot of sort of World War II theatre vehicles and things that were evolved during that bit of the war. So if you want to grab any of these ones, they are up at the site. You can see some really good discounts on a lot of this stuff as well. And as we always say, when it's gone, it's gone. All right, so if you want to grab any of these ones, grab them now. And plus at the bottom here, we've got the jockey pigments as well. They're on special, so if you want to grab any of those, you can do as well. So again, some really nice bargains to have. Just pop over to pmmodelsuk.com and you can grab any of these. And don't forget, as always, links will be down below in the actual show notes. So if you want to grab anything, hit the link and you can go over and you can grab any of these as well. Don't forget, in the store, we've got all your other bits and pieces as well. We've got all your tools and your gear and everything. So if you want to grab anything from those, you can do just like that. All right, so some very nice stuff all going on just down in there. So that brings us bang up to date. So I'm currently working on the actual Typhoon. This is the classic sort of 25-year-old kit now, I think it is, but you'd never believe it. It's a beautiful little kit. So this is the one I am doing, right now. Here it is. So it's little gun, little tiny bit of filler just down these edges. And again, that's more me than anything else. We've actually got the main wing section done. And obviously we've been building along live with these. I'm going to hopefully get this one together before tomorrow morning's show, so it can be doing its bit, and then that way we can start to get paint and various things on. But I've made a tentative start on all the parts. As you can see, we did it last night. Again, it's a lovely kit. So it's quite nice because I've got its big brother upstairs, which is the big, huge 1/24 scale one. Obviously the big Airfix one that I did 15 years ago now. So that's up there. I might dust it off, and it needs a lot of dusting, and I'll bring it down for tomorrow so you can have a look at that kit as well. Anyway, that's about it from me. If you are taking part and joining us for the group build for the 80th anniversary, keep going with your builds, keep updating your posts and things like that. Don't forget, if you're not a member, you can then obviously just tag us with your work as well, and obviously just put the tag of official Flory Models, and then obviously it will appear on our Instagram page just like that. So we'd love to have a look at your work along the way as well. We're going to be back with you, as say, at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll probably be back then around about 2 o'clock after a quick comfort break. And then we'll be back with you at 7:30 in the evening. So you've got 3 shows tomorrow and then 1 show on Sunday, which is also going to be 10 until whenever we're done. All right, so whenever that is, normally around about lunchtime, things like that. So if you want to join in with those ones, we'd love to have you along. Don't forget, if you haven't, ring the bell, subscribe, whatever you have to do on YouTube, and you'll be sent a notification as soon as we go live, and you can catch up with us just like that. And that is about it for this week. So, as always on a Friday, though, I'm going to leave you with the great work from the membership in the gallery section. So hopefully see you tomorrow, live, 10:30. Happy modelling. Take care.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted.